Hi, my battery just died, so this is the third battery of the day. Okay, I was cutting these, vines into pieces, and I'm still working on the first vine. So I have to hurry up. But as I said, I'm not sure if I can finish this all today. And this. Okay, this piece maybe I can use as a for the fire. These, I'm gonna just have to cut into pieces to get rid of Phew. Actually, I'm positive now that I can't finish it today. No way, because it's a lot. It's too much. Wait a minute. Okay. And but I'm so happy that I was able to finish my homework. Yeah. And my homework to be. Yeah. So the answer was exactly what I had been saying, just work on a little piece at a time and disentangle it slowly. Okay, for the wall for the fire, and this. What should I do here? Perhaps I should cut this. I'm going to finish as much as I can, but that's all I can do today. Finishing as much as I can. Okay. Okay. Let's Yeah, it's getting dark. And in the meantime, I'm worried about my audio. But if the audio dies, I'll just put in a new battery. That's it. It might die anytime now. Especially the emitter, the emitter end of it is more battery, power consuming, so it seems. Yeah. Hey, it's what? No, it's not like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can put away. I can now put this away. And let's see. Next is this guy, this huge guy. And I'm going to alright. It's going to take a long time. And this guy. So, fortifier. Ooh. Okay, this is a part of the fortifier wall. A very good part indeed. And yeah, another short fortifier wall candidate. And okay. Okay, more vines. Oh, well.どこでも不可解他人がだからそんな他人が不可解っていう人はもう女なんて本当の若で完全に不可解ですあんまりですねどこでも不可解って言ってる人そのねいろんな事情はあるんか知らんけどそんなわけ言うたってOkay, here we go. And cut more. Okay. You can break these guys into small pieces right here, so I'm gonna take them there. Let me carry some of these over there right now. I dropped some. I dropped a few. Let's cut some more vine. Which one should I? Okay. these guys can be taken there as it is. Oh. Oh. I was forgetting that. My goodness. Okay, now I'm gonna take care of those those big ones one at a time. わからんな、全くわけわからんし。全くわけわからんやん。わからんっていうことはもう俺はそんなもの。戦闘っていう気しかないけど、そんなバカらしいことはないわ、この世の中で。ちゃんとやる気満々で、そのための、まあ、努力というか気をつけてるということやけど、そんな全然。それも何遍もあったら、もうそれで十分やと思ってんねん、俺。もうお腹いっぱいやん、そんな。無理やん。Okay, I'm going to I'm now going to attack this guy. I believe this was the homework. I believe so. Okay, anyway, and I'm going to cut it. Okay, it's a part of the protective, outside wall, part of the wall, and stopper wall, whatever you call it. And phew, I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's take care of this. Wow. I don't know. And I'm going toできるだけこんやりするのが大事。できるだけそんなにこんやりするのが大事。まあ別に切ろうと思ってややこしいからほら分からへんからやつにしてても悪いけど思いますってことで多分やめようと思いますので、だって犯罪者なんて犯罪を起こすつもりはゼロやけど、それが犯罪だと分からずに犯罪を起こしていますという人がおったら、その人にとってもすごく悲しいことやな。それはなんでやねんってやっぱりなるやんな。これはちゃんと正しく生きようとしかしていなかったんだ。実際きっとそうやねん、そういう人は。これがダメって、なんでみんな、なんで人はこれがあかんと分かるんだ。でも一般的には分からんからやってしまいましたとかいうのは通用せえへんから、そやからもうそんなやったらそれがいいよ。なんでもない、そんな正しくもない人に合わさなくていいな。 Oh. Oops.これはもう、これはあまりにも悲しすぎる。これはあまりにも悲しすぎる。悲しいというか、自分で納得は僕はできないですからね。全然納得できてない。もう怒りの鉄拳です。小学校の道徳で確かにそういうふうに教えてるわけですよ。そういうふうに教えるなよと。時々は破った方がええんかと。ほんならそう教えろやほう。思うでしょ。いやいや、それはおかしいでしょと。それはちょうどみんなが泥棒やったら私も泥棒しますとかいう、そんなと全く変わらない。みんなに合わせてその方が仲間に入れるからとか言って、それはあかんでしょだってね。でもどうも、Yeah, as I listened to, it was a flashback. My usual pet peeve, like I do things right. I make an effort. I'm academically strong. I do so many things right, and they say I'm not doing it right. Oh, what's the problem? I mean, when people aren't doing it right, it's not right to do what people do. Do you understand that? That's the thing. My pet peeve is I abide by the rules and oftentimes and I'm honest and I'm hardworking. I do all the right things that you are told to do in grade school. And now that you're an adult, they tell me that's too much. I don't like you. I can't do what you can. Well, look, if you can't do what I can do, too bad. Then you're a criminal. I mean, you can't abide by the law, then you're a criminal. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is, okay? Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, it's beginning to tear my protective glove. It's a very good one, but it can't last forever. And I think I'm beginning to notice my protective glove is beginning to tear just a bit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, when people say, sometimes they can ignore the rules. I mean, I can't quite say you are right. I mean, they are wrong. I understand that many people ignore the rules, and oftentimes, if they are majority, they belong to the majority at that time. In other words, the majority of the people just ignore the rule. Then they might go unpunished. That much I understand, but that doesn't make it right, you know. I guess when a law is made, it's more or less a majority decision, I suppose. But after once it becomes a law, then it takes another voting, you know, in the cabinet, or I mean, in the diet, or in the local, you know, local Congress. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I mean, to make an exception or to change it. I mean, if it's a local rule, otherwise it takes the diet, you know, the parliament to change it. So it's not like, you know, if you are the majority, you know, at the spot, you know, you are right. No, it's not like that. Oftentimes what happens to me is that I am minority, but I am the one who's doing, you know, who's abiding by the law, by the rules, and then they blame me for being inflexible. I understand that if someone may get injured or may lose his or her life, and that's the reason for ignoring the law, then in that case, when something like that happens, my interpretation would be simply that the law is defective. True. But if you just ignore it because you are too lazy to abide by it, or just because it is not to your advantage, you know, at that particular moment, say, well, that's not, I mean, certainly that's not acceptable. There's no doubt about that. That's what I'm talking about. And oftentimes people are just like that. They don't like the rule, and they think they can get away with it, you know, get away with ignoring it if they belong to, you know, the majority, say, on the spot. It may be that, as I just said, it may be that no one punishes you because, you know, many people want to, majority of the people want to ignore that particular rule, but still, it's against the rule, and, you know, until the rule is changed, you have no other choice but to abide by it. And oftentimes, you know, people likes the law when they are on their side. In other words, there is a law that gives you a pension, you know. They don't, if the government or someone, whoever, says, well, you know, you didn't contribute that much to this society, so you're not going to get pension. Then they would say, what are you talking about? You know, I'm going to exercise my legal right. Okay, oh fine. How about your duties? You know, that to abide by law in other situations. See, so they are just a bunch of idiots. Okay. Of course, the law is not always in your favor. No, of course, it's not always to your advantage. Well, I know that. Not always. But if you're, you know, in this, law-governed society, I don't know what it's, I don't know technical terms for this, you know, then you have no other choice but to To abide by the law. Anyway, so I talked about it enough. One part of it is part of this flexibility, if you want to call it inflexible. I think it's I call it justice and correctness and so on. But anyway, if you want to call it, inflexible, you can call it lack of flexibility in a way. In a bad way, many people are flexible. Anyway, you can do that, but takes a long time. It takes a long time. And so now you can see why I prefer being alone, and I like insects, and also I like things. So I like physics, I like chemistry, I like biology, and so on and the like. But I don't like humans that much. I like the humans who do things right, of course, and I like the humans who are smart. In particular, I particularly like humans who are smarter than I am, because I can learn so much from them, and short of learning from them because of my stupidity, at least I can admire what they can do, and I can actually benefit from what they can do. That's great. But those idiots means I'm not just talking about not being able to understand math, as I can, but I'm talking about like social idiots, right? Yeah, ignoring the law and stuff. Those idiots just they annoy me all the time. When I was a college professor, which was until like 2 years ago, even some of my colleagues said, you shouldn't punish your students, or said you shouldn't yell at your students. That may be true, but I don't, I actually disagree with that. When someone's wrong, he deserves to be yelled at and scolded, and also ignored, and stuff like that. I mean, if you're doing bad things, then bad things should happen to you. That's what I think. Good things should not happen to bad people. See? Wow. It's a lot, but believe it or not, I am making some progress indeed, there is clearly less there. Cut. Let's see. Okay. Wow. I'm going to toss it out. Okay, I'm not going to finish this all today, but you know, I'm going to toss it out once. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut it.こういう人はさ、It's getting dark. I understand that. There's no way I can finish it today, but I'm gonna finish as much as I can today. Those idiots. Okay. All right. So what was I saying? It was a flashback. I once was called into the chairman's office, and that chair was a professor of law, and he said something like, "Do you think you always have to abide by the law?" You know, wow. So what he meant was, sometimes I don't have to abide by the law, or he might even have meant that sometimes it's better not to abide by the law, like something. So if a professor of law is thinking like that, and if such is the case, in other words, such is the the general understanding in this society, then at least you have to change what you teach in grade school, because I'm only doing what I was told to do, in grade school. And by the way, at least to me, once you decide on the rule, or once you promise to do something, doing that or following the rules, respecting rules, it seems like a very good idea to me. So, even if they taught it to me, if I didn't think it was a good idea, I may not have followed that that advice or teaching. But the problem is like following the following the rule seems like such a good idea as opposed to ignoring rules or violating rules, and isn't it the reason why you have to go to jail if you do something wrong? Else, you should not put people in jail just because they ignored the law. You should say, so what, right? It's just a law. Okay, anyway, so I have tremendous difficulty with many things, and when I was a college professor, they just, by the way, another pet peeve of mine is that in Japan, actually I noticed this was the case in the US as well. I don't know if it's the case in Europe, but in Japan and also in the US, those who are in humanities and social sciences, they are not better, academically stronger. In other words, their grades, their test scores and their grades are not necessarily better in humanities and social sciences than those science majors. In actuality, for example, take GRE. SAT. GRE is the same. Okay, I'm more familiar with GRE, so take GRE, Graduate Record Examinations. Actually, by the way, it is Graduate Record Examinations, plural. Yeah, they always correct me. No, it's just Graduate Record Examination. But they are wrong. Check their site. Their official name is Graduate Record Examinations. Anyways, take Graduate Record Examinations, as an example. In the verbal section, verbal is, for those who do not know, if you're American, of course, you're extremely familiar with it. Well, if you didn't go to grad school, you may not be. So anyway, verbal section means basically it's a section that measure your English skill. It's designed for native speakers. So it's designed to measure native speakers' English skills, and in that section, highest scores are obtained by, for example, physics majors, math majors, people like that, and not like humanities majors. And that's only one example. And also, if you go to college, especially in Japan, I mean, when you take the entrance examination, college entrance examination, you're ranked, so to speak. They do not linear order you and give you a rank, but they sort of tell you where you stand, like in the entire test takers, for example, and the standings are always, the standings for science majors and math majors and those who are going to medical school, the standing for those people in humanities and social sciences, they're always higher than those who are going into humanities. So I mean, humanities people are not humanities people. They are, I don't know what they are, but they are just simply academically weaker people. So if you are in humanities, you don't like it, right? Especially if you are a humanities person who can do, who are able to do well in all sorts of, subjects. Now, but my question to you is, I'm not talking about you. You are an exception. Think of, the average, you see. Think of the overall average and think of people who are your classmates in high school. Were the humanities people really, truly humanities people? You see, I bet they were not. On the average, I mean. Okay, so there are exceptions. Of course, there are exceptions, and there are those who go into humanities because that's what they want to do. Like scholars in humanities, many of them go there not because they cannot deal with math and sciences, but because that's they were more interested in those fields. I understand that. At least I had one friend in high school who was just as good at math as I was, and almost as good as I was in sciences, chemistry and physics and stuff. And that guy went into, I think he's studying Sanskrit. Sanskrit is an old, it's an old Indian language, I believe. And, why? Because he was interested in it, okay? So I understand there are people like that. I fully understand it. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the average, okay? And I think I once, by the way, also talked about this before, but in Japan, English teachers, like those who teach English to the Japanese, the English skills are lower than that of, like, say, professors of physics, mathematics, and doctors and people like that. Also, their language skill, at least as far as the test scores are concerned, it's lower than that of, like, legal studies people, and oftentimes economics people. So I mean, what can I say? I mean, what does that mean to be an English major? Typically, it means that's your strength, but here it's not. I'm talking about Japan here. Here it's not, and. So many wrong things are going on here. It's not just Japan, I'm sure. I mean, in many countries there are many wrong things are going on. But if you happen to be an autistic, and if you have difficulty understanding why and when people behave, in a certain possibly wrong manner, then you are doomed. Oops, what's going on here? It's getting dark. It's getting dark. What is difficult to comprehend for me is that there are those, for example, mathematicians who are like me when they are doing math, but somehow they are able to understand how people behave in certain situations, and just so they don't get unnecessary disturbance or trouble, they do what most people, the majority does. I mean, it's not like they approve of an illegal conduct or anything like that, but there are those who are like that, and I don't even know if I want to envy them. I guess I don't envy them. But still, those people are accepted better by the society than I am. That's my frustration, I do things right, I work hard, I abide by the rules. Okay, what's my problem? Nothing, right? That's the thing. Oops. This is I think it's a tree branch, isn't it? Okay, anyway. I didn't realize the audio died, so I am putting in I'm putting in a new set of batteries now, both for the into the emitter and the receiver. Okay, emitter. I'm done with the emitter end, and the receiver and the pilot lamp is also red. Okay, I think the audio is on now. I complained a lot about many things while I was cutting this, but maybe most of them wasn't recorded. Which may be a good thing, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's getting so dark, and I need to cut much more. As I said, I would not finish it today. It's gonna have to spill over into tomorrow. Okay, many of these, yeah, I'm going to take care of these. Okay, these vines. And I need to cut more vines. Can't cut them. Okay, let's see. Where is my scissors? And I'm going to. Wow, there's much more to be taken care of, so it's not, there's no way I can finish today, and it'll take maybe another, I don't know, even another hour or so tomorrow. I need to unwind this guy. So there's one vine and another vine is winding around this vine. Okay, this guy is, wow. It's fun. I mean, it's more, oops, it just broke. I was gonna say it's more efficient to cut it, but not cutting it and trying to, remove the whole thing is more fun, but I failed. It just broke midway. Let's see. Okay. See, this is the guy. Winding around. This is the main. This is another one winding around it. Okay. It is winding around. What the heck is going on? What the hell is going on?うるさいやつやで。私はもうアホのくせにうるさいやつ一番嫌いや。アホのくせにうるさいやつ一番あかんな。Okay, now it's okay. Now let's cut it into pieces like so, into pieces. This would be my last, and there is some more to be taken care of, but this will be my last for the day. Oops. This is too much. Why is it too much? I don't understand that. そんなおかしいです。なんで僕は意味がわからないです。その辺の意味がもう全くわからんし、あの人ら本気で仕事をしているのかと思うことが多いです。本気で仕事してんのかこいつらって思うことが多いよ。そんな腹立つわ。こいつら本気で仕事してないって思うことが多いね、俺は。ウェブサイトとか見ていただくと、実は僕はそれはビニール作用があって説明してるんですよ。何かこうであるべきだと思うことがその通りでないと、そんなに自分だけが正しいわけじゃないんですけど、それ分かってるんですけど、でもっていうのか、世の中の人たちは僕ほど渾身の努力をしていないと、もうそれが僕の不満の源泉で。週末とか何してんねんこいつらっていつも思うんですよね。こんなできへんかったらもっと頑張るやろ。別にできても頑張りますから、できても頑張るんだと。そこがもうその辺が全然違うんだよ、ああいう人。なんかこう結局本当は努力なんかしなくていいの。教えるからや。結局そんな絶対そんな教えたらあかんわ。 Let's see. So I'm gonna. Okay, this is the last. I am just about to finish it. And, okay. Oh, 難しい。めちゃめちゃ難しいらしいね。でもまあ俺はいつもそんなね、ここ的解釈が違うとか言うんやったら、その解釈通りを書けよ。その通り書けと違う、これをこういう意味だとか言うんやったら、その意味をその通り書けと。なんでそれが自慢なんですけど、いや本当におっしゃる通りです。だから学者とかそういう人と話をしていると、本当に正しいことをおっしゃってる。何も僕が言えることないんですよ、実は。ただおっしゃる通りですってなっちゃうんですよ。そうなんですね。そうですね。いや。Okay. I'm just about done. Okay, just about. Okay, just about. Just a couple more, a couple of short pieces. It's getting dark again, I understand that, and you probably can't see me at all at this point, not well. And I am wrapping it up. Here we go. I am wrapping it up. Okay, one more. This is the last piece, which has a lot of little branches to be cut, but It'll go real quick. Wow. It'll go real quick. こういうアホが集まってきてもうるそうってしょうがないからアホ。なるほど。それはしかし、それやっぱりところでやっぱりねまあそれはもうでもしてくれと。だっておかしいでしょそんな。逆に言うと僕がなんでいやちょっと待って使わせてくださいじゃないよそんななんで自分のとこやねんとちょっと待ってとそれ共有のそんな使わせてくれとか申し訳ないとか何でもええから共有の場所に線書いたOkay. I've tossed out most of the I can't see it well, but I think I've collected most of the pieces and I'm gonna toss it out. Okay. Oh, but I don't know if you can see the persimmon tree well, but the thing is, now, if you recall, perhaps you don't, what it was like, like a couple of days ago, 3-4 days ago when I started working on this area, because of the vines and all those fallen branches and stuff, we couldn't see through the we couldn't see through this persimmon tree's branches, through the sky. See the sky through the branches of this persimmon tree, but now it's you can see the sky clearly, and this is persimmon tree. This is a deciduous tree, so there are no leaves now, and this is the way it should be. You should be able to see through the branches, and you should be able to see the sky through the branches just like this. So I'm very happy with my achievement, and I like to shoot and show you what I did and what it looks like now. But I guess there isn't enough light for you to see clearly what I did. But I've achieved quite a lot, and the pond. The pond. I found more about the pond, and the pond is, it's usable, and it's probably not that difficult to restore. So the pond is not that difficult to restore, and this is the mandatory picture of the distant mountains. The weather is not nice. The sky is not that clear. And so the mountain range, you can see it, but it's the silhouette, is not quite clear. It's not like yesterday, but anyway, mountains. There is a mountain range, and one of these days I'll be able to show you a running train, but not tonight. One of these days, when we get lucky. Okay, so okay, I am signing off. I did some good work, I finished one homework, which was outstanding for the last 3 days, and then there was one homework to be, right? That thick vine. I took care of that. So on that positive note, I'm gonna sign off. See you later. Bye bye. Until next time. Bye.